Greetings, me old Sporadactyses, Dinkles and Pop Tippings, and ho the devil are ya? I hope you're well. Right-o, so Monday it is then. Forget about the weekend shenanigans. That video is doing just quite alright and fine and dandy on its own, thank you please. Yeah, I'm just waiting, there's traffic coming as I'm looking in the mirrors. As I said on my last video, you know, I didn't post that particular video at the weekend for any controversy and whatnot. I didn't expect it to do as well as it has. I just thought it'd get a few views, but it seems to be going viral. And you know, you're going to get different opinions. There's a few people what don't agree and say I'm a knobhead and I could have done this and I could have done that and I should have done and I would have done and should have, would have, could have, but I'm out of time. You know what I mean? And the majority seem to agree with me that what I did was perfectly justifiable. But anyway, that's that. So the start of a new week. Today we are just outside of Knowsley in Merseyside and we're running back up to Scotland. So I'm just going to put the indicator on. We're on the A580 East Lancs. I've just been to a site round the corner there. But I seem to be getting a bit of traffic at the moment from America. And one or two people, I'm just concentrating on these mirrors here because it is quite busy now. Traffic's moving over for me, that's our cue, we're out. Signal was already on. So yeah, I seem to be getting quite a few people from America commenting, and truck drivers in particular. And they keep asking me the same question. Hey man, why'd you leave your Jake brake on all the time? Now, I'm assuming that their interpretation of the Jake brake is what we would call the retarder, or what I call the exhaust brake. Engine brake, retarder, exhaust brake, tomato, do you know what I mean? Some mirrors. There's another car now coming overtaking us, we're just building up to speed. Well, in answer to your question, the Jake brake, as you would call it, or the retarder, I use it as what I class as my own eco driving, which is coming into the borough of St Helens now. I use it for my own purpose of eco driving. For me, it saves using the foot brake all the time. So I'll give you a demonstration of how I use the Jake brake. They say that they think that as soon as I come off the gas, I'm on the Jake brake. I'm off the gas now, I was on cruise control. I'm going to put the retarder on now, it just helps me to slow down. We are approaching a roundabout, some mirrors. It helps me to slow right down without using the foot brake. I'm just gently dabbing the foot brake now because we are coming down a little bit of a hill, and it just brings you down smoothly without heavy braking. So it does save on your brake pads and your brake discs and your knee bones connected to the thigh bone and all that. Some mirrors as we come round. Just off him up here, just tickling and fettling over towards this curb. Mirrors as we come round, mindful of this car. Signals on. Over towards this white line here so we don't cut up this curb, and mirrors as we come out. Signals off, progress. We're going to be going down to mirrors. There is a little smaller truck coming overtaking us. Clearly it's empty. We are fully loaded. So again, just looking in front of this truck there, in front of me, not this one, the one in front, there is a black car turning right at that junction. Traffic is quite clear up ahead, but road conditions are damp, it's been raining on and off. Just looking ahead there, there's a truck coming to the junction, so mirrors, I'm just going to come off that gas and roll it up. There's a truck coming right across, followed by another car that's waiting to come as well. So mirrors, he's already braking in anticipation, we're just expecting it. I think it could come out. Some mirrors. There is traffic behind us, but it's nothing to write home about just yet. Also creating a gap. There you go, he's coming out. I don't know if you can see it, but he's coming out. Some mirrors, we're going to come out into lane 2 now because he's going to be a lot slower than us. Just mindful, there is now another car at this junction. Some mirrors. We're going to pass this guy. He was waiting to come out. I had a feeling, I don't know, you just get a sixth sense that he's going to come out when he feels it's right. So we was aware of him, we was ready like a cold spring. Some mirrors as we come past him. Mirrors. Traffic lights in the far distance after this petrol station have just gone onto red. Some mirrors. We're going to stay out into lane 2, we're coming into a 40, so we'll just come on the Jake brake as you would call it. I call it the exhaust brake. Some mirrors. There is a white car now just coming out of this petrol station. Mirrors, we're going to come back into lane 1. We want the M6 north, so we're going to cut through Ashton in Makerfield. Well, cut through towards Ashton in Makerfield. Some mirrors. Again, just on that exhaust brake now, as you'd call it, the Jake brake, it means I don't have to use my foot brake. I've just started a gentle thingy on the foot brake now, which just brings us down to a nice gentle stop. We'll leave enough gap here behind this truck just in case it breaks down. When I push this button here, it just transfers me weight on the drive axle. So in wet conditions like this, when I'm fully loaded, it's not spinning. Do you know what I mean? It works for me. It was what I was taught when I was learning how to drive these things, and I've just kind of, you know, gone on with what I was taught. But I don't fanny on. I get on. I get amongst it. You know. So it's just that, it's what I was taught basically, but I continue with that when I'm not driving 10 to 2 and feeding through the steering wheel. I do progress and I do get on. Some mirrors, we're just waiting for these lights to change. It's quite a busy junction this. If you turn left there, I believe it's Carmill Dam. Lights are just changing ahead, so mirrors, just ready. Mirrors again, and we're off. I believe that's Carmill Dam there, heading towards Crank, Rainford and Skelmersdale. No, I'm wrong. That Carmill Dam's further down. That is Crank and Rainford and Skelmersdale and whatnot. M58. The next junction will be towards Billinge and Carmill Dam. Anyway, to some of you who don't know the area around here, that's totally irrelevant information. But mirrors, there's a truck coming past us. Now coming back into a 60, some mirrors. But at this moment in time, I've not got my foot on the accelerator. I'm on cruise control. So again, that saves you fuel. It just works out for eco driving and whatnot. Gives you a decent driving score as well. I'm currently on 99% on the bottom score here, and on the top score for the hills and up to Downties. I can never get a decent score on that. I'm currently on 46. I was on 52 before, but there you go. So mirrors, we're just mindful. There's traffic in this lay-by here. There's a truck in it. We'll just come off that cruise control now. We'll just let gravity roll us down this hill. Some mirrors. So yeah, in answer to your question, it might seem as if I'm using the retarder all the time, but I'm just going to come on it again now. People think that I'm constantly on it and, you know, it's permanently clicked in. It's not. I use it as and when necessary. It just avoids me having to use the foot brake, as I say. We can already see up ahead in the far distance the lights are on red. Truck in front is braking, mirrors. Road conditions are drying out. There's a junction here on the left, mirrors. We're just mindful. Again, we'll just come back on that gas now, or cruise control. I've not need to put my foot on the accelerator. Just cruise control will just bring us nicely up this hill. Some mirrors. Lights are still on red. Truck in front's indicated to come out into lane 2. Mirrors. I'm expecting these lights to change, so I'm off that cruise control now. I do believe the lights will change. This is the junction what will take you down to Billinge and what's it call it? Carmill Dam, which is a little boating lake. I'm still expecting these lights to change. Some mirrors. Also expecting traffic to be going left here. Some mirrors. Just rolling him up here because I don't want these lights to change as I'm right on them, because it means I have come to a sudden stop and I lose all my gubbins on what's it call it, on driving score. So again, no gas. We'll just roll him up here. Mirrors. Just mindful now of traffic cutting in on us. Just rolling him up, just tickling and feckling. No need for any gas. There's nothing immediately behind us. There is a truck in lane 2, but he's not going to pass us. So again, just on that exhaust brake now. I don't need to use my foot brake until about now. Just a nice little gentle squeeze. Just leave enough gap, just in case this truck breaks down, I can safely get around him. And that, I hope that helps why I use the exhaust brake. But people think that as soon as I come off the gas, the exhaust brake or the Jake brake, as you Americans think, hey man, why do you use your Jake brake? I say, goddamn motherfucker. I do apologise if you're from pantaloon de Pontefract. That was a dreadful rendition of your accent, but there you go. So yeah, people keep thinking that I've constantly got the exhaust brake clicked in or the retarder. I don't. I click on and off it as and when required. So mirrors, lights are changing up ahead. And we're off. Stay in what is now lane 2 because that's going off to Billings and Carmill Dam. Lights are still on green, mirrors just watching either side because you might get somebody what's in a hurry and flitting straight through, being chased by the Equilop, or otherwise known as the Polis. Equilop if you're reading it backwards in a mirror. In your mirrors, still in a 60 as far as I'm aware. Truck's doing all the work now. We're still on cruise control. I normally let it get to 11 mile an hour. I gently squeeze that throttle, just mindful here, there's one in this lay-by. I'm off the gas now, off the cruise control. So I normally, when I'm starting off, I normally put my foot on the accelerator, just a nice gentle squeeze, and I build it up to 11 mile an hour. Then I go press that button and go straight on cruise control. Truck does all the work then, I don't even have to touch the accelerator. Can already see brake lights in lane 2, 4 in front's braking. There is some traffic lights, I do believe, and I can just see through now, through the gap in the traffic, that they're on red. So we'll just come off that gas. Truck in front's braking and he's got one back light out if you can see it. We're going to go left at these traffic lights. We're going to make our way through towards Ashton in Makerfield. Also coming into a 40, which is nice for us. We're doing 39, just rolling him down. So again, on that exhaust brake now, it saves me using the foot brake. Just roll him up here, just mindful now of traffic that's going to overtake us shortly, cutting in on us, because we're going to go left here. So mirrors, signals on because we're going left. Wigan via Ashton. Again, our lights are on green, the lights are changing up ahead, but we're not going to get enough swing to get round this truck and swing round at the traffic lights. So we're just holding back. We'll half straggle this lane here, but I'm also expecting these lights could change at any moment as well. So we've got enough lane now to take us round here safely. So just come off that gas. Mindful, there's a truck coming overtaking us now in lane 2. Just mirrors as we come round. Mirrors, mindful, mirrors again. Mirrors, signals off. Back on cruise control, progress. Mindful that we are in a 40 as well. There you go, it tells you there 40. So mirrors, just mindful. You can just see over these bushes, there is a truck up in front and there's 3 cars coming towards me. Oh sorry, make that 2 cars and a van. There you go. So mirrors, 2 cars and 2 vans. So just mindful, we're coming into residential areas now. Car here just sticking out a little bit on the left hand side, half off the pavement. So mirrors, signal was on, coming round it. We're back in. So we're still in a 40. However, we're going to come into a 30 soon, I do believe. So mirrors, there is a sign out for schools. Mirrors. I could have put a signal on there, but I only saw them at the last moment. We were already across. Still in a 40. We're only doing 29. Cruise control's on, truck's doing the work, but we're approaching a left-hand bend, so we just come off that gas, off the cruise control. When I say off the gas, I mean cruise control. It's still gas to me, it just saves me putting my foot on pedal. We're just rolling here, just rolling, back on the gas, or cruise control. Just mindful of these bushes on left here. Again, road does bend round, right and left. Bit of an S-bend, but no zebras out. So there's 2 or 3 houses here, so just mindful anybody could come out. So mirrors. Mirrors as we come round the little traffic island. Big one from Wigan, truck coming towards us. Pedestrian on right hand side with I think a dog. No dog. Dog must have buggered off for its dinner in field, I don't know. another big one from Wigan coming towards us. A set of traffic lights up ahead which are on green. We are expecting they could change any moment. Bus stop here and you know, houses, so just mindful. Lights have changed, so we're off that gas now, off that cruise control, just rolling him up. So we're going to come on to the retarder now. Exhaust brake, Jake brake, goddamn, as you Americans call it. And again, just rolls us down nicely, so we only have to start gently applying the foot brake. Now we come to a nice gentle control stop, and that's why I use your Jake brake, your retarder, your exhaust brake, whatever the case may be. So we'll just push that button there with the semicircle on, just to transfer the weight on the axles, because road conditions are a little bit damp here, and if you're fully loaded, lights are changing, some mirrors. Just mindful of this one coming here, there's also a van going to come, mirrors. Then it's quite easy, it's quite easy for start. Wheel spinning and it wears your tyres out. Some mirrors. We're going to be coming up to motorway shortly, where we're going to be going left and heading for the M6 North. However, I do believe we're coming into a 30 very, very shortly, so we'll just roll it down. We're still in a 40 as far as I'm aware. Traffic here on left coming out this junction, white car. So again, we're just on that exhaust brake, just slowing us down. We don't need to touch the foot brake yet. Mirrors. Busy traffic in lay-by. Pedestrian on left, where IV's tackle on. So we're going to go left here, some mirrors. We are coming into this 30 now, so just start backing him off. Signals on. Some mirrors. Nothing coming up in front, but, well, there is traffic. One's pulling across now. However, we're going to get on this motorway before it's some mirrors. Just mindful. Coming through the roadworks here, what's been going on for about 19 years. It's never ending, this thing. I do believe they're going to be putting them average speed cameras in and variables and whatnot, and make the hard shoulder a live running lane. Some mirrors. We're going to put a signal on now early, because it's a very short slip road, is this. Some mirrors. Traffic should be able to aware of us and see us. They are moving across for us now, which is grand, because it is a very short slip road. Some mirrors as we come on. Mirrors again. Signals off. Progress. We are on cruise control. We'll just run you up here to Charnock Richard Services, and then I'll cut you loose and I want to crack on then. Some mirrors. We're just closing up on this little van in front of us. We're out. I'm up. I'm moving. He's seen me. I'm down. Mirrors. Mirrors as we come past it. Again, just mindful now, we don't want to be too close to this blue car in front, because that's just close to a truck in front of that. I can see in front of the truck, which is good for me. Mirrors. So this is the junction 24, this will be, for Wigan, if they're from round here, then it was. Yeah, they seem to have been on with this motorway upgrade for years. It seems never ending. I think they're going to run it from Thelwall Viaduct there, the other side of Warrington, all the way up to Preston, because it is notorious for bottling up with traffic. Personally, I think they're wasting the bloody money. It's just going to cause more chaos. It's like the ones at Birmingham. It's 24 hours a day. It's variables and traffic jams. It's just going to cause more chaos. I think they could have spent the money on something better, but hey, who the hell am I? I'm nobody. So just mirrors, just mindful. This truck in front's closing up to this Mini in front of it. However, I'm now passing the truck. I'm only doing 49 mile an hour. We are in a temporary 50, so we're R8, but we're just mindful that he might want out if he closes up too much to this car in front of him. Or her. T. Alan Jones Limited, Walking Floor Bull College, Wellspool. Oh, yo. It's a bonny looking Scania, it needs a good wash, it's dirty. It's a bonny looking truck and trailer though. beauty about the Scanias, you can change from manual to automatic and just knock it down a couple of gears on the stick. Whereas the DAF was very difficult for that. But the DAF was a 530, so it pulled you up the hills no bother. This is a 450, so it's great in straight lines and downhill, but going uphill it's not really good. There's no grunt in it properly like that. It's a good workhorse, this truck. These 450s are. They're cracking workhorses. So just mindful, just off that gas now, because we're at 48 and we're just descending down a bit of a hill. I'm staying out in lane 2 for a reason, because that silver car, I guarantee, is going to be coming off at this next junction. I can just tell by the way it's pulled in. We're obviously going to close up behind it, so I don't want to be right up its rigged. I believe the Mini's going to come off as well. I think it is. This silver one, this Audi, is definitely going to be coming off at this junction here. I can just tell a million miles away. It's an Audi for starters, and they normally want past you, but it's filtered itself in. That's where it's going to be coming off. Sounds like it's over revving now, but it's not. The rev counter is in the blue band, but that's meant to be perfect for these trucks, so we're alright. Still on 49, so mirrors. Traffic's now filtering themselves to come off here, so we're just going to stay out in lane 2. Again, there's an entrance at the other side of this junction, so we're going to stay out in lane 2. Yeah, the Mini's coming off. This one's coming off. The silver car, the Audi behind it, is also indicated to come off. So we did right to stay out. But there is going to be traffic now joining from the left, so we're just going to stay out into lane 2, because after this next speed camera we go back into open speed limit. So here you go, here's all your traffic. They're going to be joining. It's a short slip road as well. This truck definitely needs out. Well, they all do. But the truck will be matching me, even Stevens, for speed any second now. We are coming back into open speed limit now. So we're just coming back on that gas and just adjust this cruise control back up. Some mirrors. Truck's in lane 1 now, he's flashing me back in. So just give him a thank you. A thank you please, sir. Progress. One broken down here on her shoulder, so just mirrors, just mindful. I think it's still moving. Just mindful of anyone stepping out of it. Yeah, the guy sat in driver's seat, he's just brought it to a stop, a halt. Some mirrors. We are creeping up on this little truck in front now, so signals on. We're going to come out into lane 2 again. We're going to overtake this thing here in lane 1. We're just mindful that we're going to start climbing uphill shortly, so it might pass us back again. Some mirrors. Mirrors, signals on. We're coming back into lane 1. I'm going to Gretna Green. I'm not getting married, I'm already married. So just off that gas now, because we're just going to start descending and then we climb up the hill, the other side. So, mirrors. Again, just on this exhaust brake now, which to be honest, on these Scanias, is as much use as tits on a fish when you're going downhill. It doesn't really hold you back, but it just saves you keep using the foot brake. A gentle squeeze on foot brake now, just to bring us back down to speed. Just crossing the Leeds-Liverpool Canal at Shevington, or Appley Bridge, or whatever. Shevington, I think it is. It's a golf course there, I can just see out the corner of my eye. I can think of nothing worse than chasing a ball around 18 feet. Mirrors. This truck that came on at that last junction is now right on my arse, so I'm expecting it to come past us. But I'm also expecting this taxi is going to be coming off soon, so the mirrors, we're going to put a signal on and try and get past it. Because I think this is going to be coming off at this next junction. It's just hovering there in lane 1. Next junction's a mile away, but we're going to start climbing up a bit of a hill here. I think that's coming off. Just meandering. cutting back and meandering. Staying out in lane 2 because we're slowly catching this next van now. However, when we start climbing a little bit shortly, I think it'll pull away from us. But I'm just contemplating whether it's going to be coming off into on this junction now in half a mile. We'll just stay out because we're still catching it. Now it's pulling away from us. Some mirrors. The truck's now out in lane 2 behind us. It'll have the momentum, I think, to pass us. So we're in. He's now clear to pass us. Off? No, he's not. No, he's not. You just never know. However, we're going to be catching. Oh, they're all coming off now. The truck and little van. Lastminute.com. Lastminute.com, lad. Lastminute.com. That's signposted for Parbowl, Busker, Standish, and you can get to Coppell and Chorley. Chorley that way, lad. Chorley FM coming in your ear. Some mirrors, just mindful, there will be traffic joining from the left here, so we're just now going to have a look up here, just see if we can see anything coming down. We can't see anything as yet. Mirrors, truck's coming back in, so we'll just come off that gas. Roping and sheeting that lad, roping and sheeting, he's done in front. Don't see many of that no more. Roping and sheeting lad, roping and sheeting. Oh aye. Back in day, dolly knots, twinkle tubs, twinkle toes. Oh aye, been there, done it all lad. Ah, they always have. I couldn't be arsed roping and sheeting, to be honest. Work smarter, not harder. We're in 2023, not 1983. Do you know what I mean? Work smarter, not harder. Go with technology. So we're going to be coming up on Charnock Richard services very shortly, and I'll just quickly put him in there and we'll end this video. I'll let you get on. I'll let you get on with the rest of your day and I'll crack on with the rest of mine. So again, we're closing up on this van again now. I think it's some kind of glass fitters because they've got that extended bloody clamp thing on side for holding big panels of sheets of glass. So I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. It's like a frame. There's a roof rack on and then a roof rack down, a side rack as well where they can put glass in and whatnot. Some mirrors. We're not going to have enough momentum to pass the van and the truck, so we're going to now have to meander in lane 1. We're coming off in a mile for Charnock Richard. I could pull out into lane 2, but I won't have enough time to get past him and the truck. So I'll just hang fire, just come off that gas, just mirrors. Just backing him off a touch. Again, when I say back on the gas or coming off the gas, I mean cruise control. I use a lot of cruise control. Some mirrors. Charnock Richard service is half a mile. Still no gas, we're still rolling down there, just rolling along at 53. Some mirrors just approaching the 300 yards marker, mirrors. In between 3 and 2, mirrors, signals on, coming off here. Still no gas, we're just rolling along with 53. Gravity and momentum's just carrying us here, so we've not used any fuel at all. So mirrors, we're just coming off now and we'll start backing him off because it immediately bends round to the left. It's a little bit bumpy on here as well as Charnock Richards. I mean, with the sheer volume of traffic that they get on here with cars and trucks and whatnot, is it any wonder? But yeah, it's just a little bit bumpy as you come in, so if you're flying on here, it'll nearly throw you through the roof. There's a great big divot here and a bump, so just mirrors, just rolling him on gently. There's a big dip and a divot here, just rocks you slightly, but if you're flying on down here, it'll boom, 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 boom. So something like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? There you go. Anyway, some mirrors just rolling him round. Road conditions are still damp. I think it's going to rain again. It's done nothing but rain for the last 3 or 4 weeks over here. Everywhere I've been, it's been raining. So mirrors, well, there's no need for us to be reversing in to find a base. So what we're going to do is just pull straight across these two here, put the hazards on, because we're only stopping here shortly, temporarily. So we just pull him in here, just put hazards on for a second, and we'll say that I've been your old mate Borothea, and once again you, my friend, have been beautiful. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've got something out of it, and yeah, cheers. I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra.